What rivers do we hate? 6 of spades, 4 of spades, ace of spades. 10 of clubs doesn't seem that bad. Ten of clubs pretty bad.
Another one.
Man, I'd be surprised to see kings, so... Wow, he just flats kings. Why would you just jam the flop? I hope he has aces. Boop, boop, boop.
Another one.
I think too big, but alright. Wow. Are you serious?
Another one.
We're getting in really good. Just need to fade spades and wheels. And now we're in a bad spot. Clench your butts. No deuce, no spade.
And another one.
Okay, how about this one?
Are we in the right direction? I mean, no. Put the hat on.
That's hot.
I'm all in. Dude, he just has fucking just snap bet, snap bet, snap bet. I don't get here with many worse combos that block 10x. There's 10-8, there's queen 10, and there's this. So, all right, man. You got me, you got me. Where's the love for me?
I don't think people bluff enough, but like, this is such a great hero call combo.
Does he actually value jam like ace queen? Why?
You know what? I'm not gonna fold.
I mean, I think it's a really pure combo. Let's fucking go.
6-8, 6-7, 8-7. Those are the hands that I guess I want to see. He has that 4-3, but if 4-3 is more likely to check raise flop than that, 6-7, 8-7 are the ones that are less likely to, because they have a little more showdown. All right. Got him.
Oh, I'm so scared they're gonna call. I'll just give up. Nope. Mm-mm. Gotta go for it, chat. No nits here.
Whether he calls or not, my combo is just like chef's kiss perfect. Nice hit. 750! Let's fucking go! Right off the bat. And 1500. Most epic. Oh! Oh! Holy shit! Got them both.
This is me. It's a gold chest? $4,168. Okay, chat. Just gotta fade straight cards. Faded. 15,094.60.
No, 10. 10 ball! There we go. He did not run into 2-pair. In fact, he ran into the best hand. 2.2k. GG. 5.253.
10-8 guy going for a 6250 bounty.
10-8 or 10-8. Or deuce. Or 10-8. You become the 10-8 guy by hitting 10s and 8s. 8 ball.
I made a royal flush, but no one ever gets paid on a royal flush. Except me. Hello, everybody. Hello, Borg. Hello, Dan. How you guys doing? Hopefully you can hear me. Audio settings are good, you know. Oh, wait, no, that's it. 32. We have 32.3. Okay. Checking here. We get 3-bet in this spot. This guy's pretty loose and unknown. It's a good 3-bet spot for small blind versus button. So we're just going to be jamming it in. Good luck us. We've already busted one of these bullets today. Queens versus 10, so maybe that helps us win this pot? Got it through one of them. Oh! Oh no! It was a tough spot with the kings. Had to really think about it. And it turns out you should have folded. Turns out you should have folded, real one. What a shame. Ace, jack, or a 10. That is a jack. What a start to the stream. A really bad session actually so far. Like really bad. But since you guys got here, things are looking up. Three bet pot, ace, queen, and I'll put some music on so we can do that. I don't actually hear the music yet, so if you don't hear the music, neither do I. Don't worry. Da, da, to the moon. I guess the hand we're most afraid of at this point now is like Queen X of diamonds. I guess he can have King 10 of diamonds as well. 10-9 of diamonds. That's unfortunate for us. I do think our hand is just a pure call versus... We have better hands, but we don't have that many better hands that actually block the hands he's repping, which is flushes. So, like, do we call our sets hoping he has, like, sometimes a set of 3s or 7s? Sure. We also have to call, I think, ace queen with a diamond, so. All right, cool. And that might look funky, but if you think about it, he doesn't get to the river with a worse hand ever, and he's never going to have, like, flush blockers. Because if he has a flush blocker, he has one pair of combos, and I don't think he has one pair of combos with a diamond there, unless it's, like, 10s with a diamond. Man, it's just been amazing since you guys got here. Thank you very much, everybody. Hello, Atos. Appreciate the good luck. And if there's another way to pronounce that, you let me know. I'm sure there is. What's up, Boxwaxer, Arlinskians? Oh, this is actually, I mean, kind of weirdly close. I don't know. Feels like too much when he rejams over a jam. So I guess we fold. I mean, we are still behind, but I kind of like my hand now. Nope, hate my hand. Great fold, me. Good job, me. I'm the best. All right, we are button verse, big blind, check call flop. I think we still want to check call turn. And then we want to do some fun stuff on club rivers, queen rivers, 10 rivers maybe. I think that's probably the way to go. It's a club river. I think he goes check check a lot, but if he bets, we'll be raising. Yeah. For certain people, I probably should just check fold. But, like, it depends how thin they're going to value bet. Hello, Lucky River. Hello, Pone Face. Audio's good. Thank you, Borg. Update on that Road to London giveaway. There's now more ways you can win. If you have not logged in your account for 6 months on 888 Poker, I can actually get you re-tagged, and then you can enter the giveaway. There are some hoops to jump through in that we need to make sure that you're under the right affiliate when you signed up and blah, blah, blah. But it's very doable. Just let me, if you're interested in basically being entered in the giveaway, just let me know what your username is. And if you know it off the top of your head, your customer support ID. Otherwise, username and actual name will be fine. It does feel sort of value-y, you know? Okay. Unknown. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. I guess we still want to bet. I think it's hard for kings to fold right now. They might fold 2 river jams, but not always. Limp jam the 10s. I bet turn he rips. I think we have too much equity, so we're not folding. We're not very happy about it, but we run into stuff like 5 deuce occasionally. We're getting kind of the right price versus that, I guess. Jamming 4-3 is kind of weird. So also I blocked that. Or he has 5-4 and we just win. Unlikely, but possible. Appreciate the good luck, Gedamonis. Do 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 do. All right. Let's make that there. All right, that looks a little better. I thought Queen 10 was a good hand. Apparently it's only good when it's against me. And when it's the worst hand. When it's the best hand, it's actually a loser. And when it's the worst hand in my opponent's range, it's a winner. That seems fair. Honestly, a jack is probably my least favorite card. You know, like he can have a lot of hands that float flop, but he's gonna have a jack X a bit. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Still though, gonna be at thin for value. All right, well, better than him shoving. Hello, Vila Rank. Home game this weekend? No, actually, the home game, our last home game for the giveaway, where you could win a main event seat to A-Late Poker Live London, worth somewhere between 1,150 and 1,250 pounds, depending on what A-Late decides. I was told 1,150, and then I checked the website and it said 1,250. So whatever. I even wrote 888 on there because I think originally I was told 888 would be the price. So whatever it is, you can win it out of my own pocket by either your options to basically be entered in the giveaway are win the home game, which there have been 4 so far. There's one left on August 9th, $1 home game, $500 guaranteed. You could sign up using my referral code. Or the last one, which just came out today, you can get your account re-tagged under my affiliate, and that's eligible. You're eligible if you have not been active in 6 months, and if you're not under a different person's affiliate code based on, I don't know, like the moving parts of stuff. Basically, I know it sounds a little convoluted. If you want to see if you can enter, just send me your account details, basically. And I will get, basically, that's going to be open for a week after our final home game. You can submit your information to me up until the day of the home game. And then after that, I'll have a week to process everything. And we can figure it out. So far, I think we've had about 19 people sign up. And 8 big blinds left? Oh, 19 people sign up and 4 home game winners. So 23 people entered to win so far-ish. So pretty good chance for people who are like, well, I'd like to win a $1,000-ish seat to a tournament. 1 in 24 shot, basically. Still no music? All right. How about now? Or 55. Bounty Builder. Oh, it's fun. Fun. You win. 35 ways to the flop, and you know. But now we've hit the nuts. And I know it's not the actual nuts, but if somebody has jacks here, it's unlikely, you know? Like I raised pre and they just went flat, flat, flat. It's definitely not this guy who has jacks. Guy who defended out of the big blind 5 ways. If I had to guess what this guy has, it is a flush. Well, I don't think it's a flush anymore. He checks. I think we still have a jam. There's really no other sides we have here in this spot, I think. So we jam. We're still gonna have like the ace of hearts in the spot. King Jack? Jack deuce, okay. What? see. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have 3-bet folds here very often. Like early in the tournament, 20 big blinds versus LP open, so all right, we are gonna peel flop. Oh man, that's one of the worst cards for us, or best. I think check's better than betting. I think we still just fold. We just have better hands here. And for 1.5x pot. Do 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 do. I think uncomfortable thing here is this is actually him raising off like 13 bigs under the gun, and then going bet bet shove. I think we still have all of our kings in this spot. I don't think I'm gonna be check raising a king very often. Maybe some of the time, but I just don't think his range has that many bluffs in it. I guess there's queen jack, queen 10, jack 10 suited that might open and barrel. But like other than that, I mean everything else is gonna beat us. Alright. It's actually one of the worst cards in the deck. Not the worst, of course, but still one we're gonna be betting for value. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is not great, but I mean sometimes they show you queen 9 or king queen. Queen 9. Sometimes they show you queen 9. Can we beat queen 9? We cannot. All right. And then he hits me with the I'm so good. Yes, it is definitely a skill to get the money in bad and win the pot. It is something that, honestly, I've worked on for a long time and I still haven't figured out yet. So, well played, sir. Oh, we're only heads up? Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were actually three-handed. Okay. This is the worst. Is this the worst hand in my range? Do I make him fold better? I guess those are the two important questions. I don't know if I make him fold better. Nope. All right. Good value bet on the turn. All right. Sweet. I was thinking the worst cards in the deck are King, Queen, and I guess Jack. This guy's really loose, though. So I don't really plan on folding. I do wonder if it's better just to bet. The question really is bet or... Yeah. We're gonna bet for value. Okay. What's up, D2? You had a watch streak, but it's gone because of my 20-minute final table? Bro, I didn't make a 20-minute final table. I made a 2.5-minute final table. I put on the duck hat, and we immediately lost. When people are like, where's the duck hat? When are you going to bring back the duck hat? That's why we don't have it, all right? Stuff like that. You put the duck hat on and you lose. It looks very foolish, all right? Especially when you make a great fold, and the announcers give you shit about it later, and then you call off with the best hand, and the chat tells you ICM punted. Oh, what a fun time. What a time to be alive. I think we want to pick a bigger size once in a while with this. And we just get a value shove turn, I guess. All right. This is unfortunate. We shoved pre, sort of, and had one big blind back, and he calls and shoves flop. Ace queen, we hope? Ace queen. Perfect. Just what we were hoping for. Ace queen. Three bet pot here, which is now less fun when big blind or button calls behind. Was going to get pretty exciting, I think, but now when button calls, it's kind of boring. Because we're just going away. We're just giving up. What up, Hungary? Thank you for the resub, 21 months, and the GL. Such a good squeeze spot, you know? 40, he's also pretty loose. And it goes flat, flat. All right. Nope, you just have it? That's annoying. Just have it. Why even worry about finding a good squeeze spot? You just wake up with the fucking nuts. Just put the money with the nuts. Here I am thinking people actually try to play poker and not just nut pedal. What a silly thing that is. He limp folded once before. We had the ace-jack on the jack-high flop. All right. And down here we had flatted. And then it gets squeezed. We're just going to be all in, I think. I think it's kind of a fun spot, just to rip. With 21 in the middle. I think a not all-in 3-bet here is actually even weirder. I don't know. I mean, you make it like 20.5. At least this way you call by jacks, 10s, or 8s. Hold. That's a hold. Good. We got all the money. That's great. When, if you're choosing between all the money and not all the money, you would like all of it. I fold. Flop the nuts. That's not true. Well, I guess it is. I guess you have pocket 10s, though. Anyway, great flop for us. I think the times that we actually are bluffing here, which are possible, we do want to go really small. You don't want to go really big on the turn here. And man, you don't know how to operate. It was definitely 20 minutes, not 2, is what you tell your wife. Yeah, I mean, if you get them to lose track of time, things become more impressive. I'm going to go for the check raise. Did not get the check raise in there. All right. Actually, bet turn, three-handed. Button was the third player. We're going to check. Might actually bet my better queens, but chose to check. We get check raise on flop by big blind, which is weird on this texture. But that's what he's chosen to do. Oh, that's a bad turn for us. I guess we beat 8-5 now, which is something. What does 8-5 do on the turn if I bet? Does it fold? I have 7 high, which is the worst hand in my range. Do. The problem is he's still going to have ace 8, ace 5. I don't think it really matters. I think this hand just has to bluff. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'd never have a worse hand than this, and he still has hands that fold, so that's good. Near bubble here of the 40 stack, but we are very short, and we don't have bubble protection, so... Check back flop. Weird, that's also what I tell my wife. That's a really good one, Borg. It's really solid. I mean, it's offensive and over the line, and if he takes it poorly, we'll have to ban you. But until then, well done. We, by the way, just had a weird spot where we raised pre and decided to check the flop 4 ways. It went bet raise, or bet call raise, check, bet, call, raise, and so we folded, and then we would have got half the pot, which is nice, but we folded. Very good fold. Great flop. Still 3-1 favorite. What's up, Lawler? How you doing, man? Appreciate it. Off to Montreal for WPT. Good luck, man. I gotta say, I'm getting a little bit of the live poker itch, which is surprising given that I didn't have it for like 2 decades. But you make a deep run in the main event, and suddenly live poker sounds like a great time. How could it not be? I will get my chance, though. 888 Poker Live London in September. You can join me if you want. Well, you can if you want. Check out the Road to London Command if you want to get there for free. But yeah, that's only in a month. Basically, a month and 4 or 5 days. So until then, I will stick with the online grind. Sure, I mean, this hand's good enough. 3% 3-bet, that seems low. At the same time, who the fuck actually shoves 97 big blinds with, like, queens plus, right? So if I can range him somewhere where, like, jacks is the top of his range here, then it's a pure call because I'm flipping for some more overcards and he might have 7s or 8s. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But we're very short and we raised hijack, so... Ace King, that's the hand I would have bet my life on. Can we just dodge a turn? Good. Fun. Not drawing dead. We get to be excited. We get to be happy. And we hold. Amazing. I know people get mad about getting rivered, but, like, getting turned is what is, like, worse. What is it? What? He said a $75 bounty? Alright, well, we also don't have position, which is not great, but I think we call. That looks like my flop. I think we actually just have to fold. It's close. I guess with the backdoor spade we can call 1 maybe. How's this guy gonna 52% of hands? Ugh. He's so loose. Maybe still peel 1 then. One of my favorite things is when I say I'm going to call 1, and then I call 2, and then I call 3. Da, 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 da. If we're going to think of the pairs that I want to call here, is this worse than the other ones? Because I actually block, like, ace-3? Ace-4? I mean, why would he bet ace-3? I do block ace-3 suited, which is a hand that you could 3-bet call. Or 3-bet as a bluff and then here. Okay. All right. In the 320. Oh my, that'd be tilting. But we win. That's good. Not tilting. Bubble, so we fold. Hello, service. How you doing? Appreciate the good luck. Da 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 da. Holding that. Not drawing dead, going into the river. And we've won. We've won another flip against Ace-King. I gotta tell you guys, it wasn't happening a lot before you got here. We've ran infinitely better since you've arrived. Because before you arrived, we had no caches and no bounties. And now, we have still no caches, but a few bounties. And we might cache this right here. Flipping. It's a good flop. We win on an ace, a queen, a jack, or a 10. That's a 10. That's a 10. Is that 3 flips in a row? Oh my god. Somebody call Poker News. Let them know I've won 3 flips in a row. Defended pre, call flop. I think we have to call turn with this. I wonder what we do on like a offsuit 8 river. I might just open jam an offsuit 8 river. That one, though, seems like a check. Pretty sure I'm gonna fold. I gotta make this call. 4 flips in a row, chat. It was a good run. Still could get there. 4 flips in a row. GG. Alright, we tried. I guess the issue is I want him to have ace king or ace jack. I don't block those. Also, there's ace fours and ace deuces. Okay. Sweet. Worked out perfectly, chat. It's exactly what I want him to have. And he had it. Now, you've heard of a flip where you're up against 2 overs. Here, we're up against 2 unders. There's no real phrase for that, but there should be. There should be. Oh, da, da. Interesting. I think we just have a value jam. But the issue is, do we want to have value, like, any hands that jam for value? And yes, I think so. So we're going to value jam it. Aces versus kings, classic. Okay. Not the way you expect it to go, but also over here, you guys didn't see it, but I check raised the river and he just called, which in live poker is a 1-round penalty. Anyway, all in here in the money. First cash of the day. Look at us go. Probably just realized live is softer than speedy. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something. Like, there are a lot of little things I started doing more as I kind of picked up on the divide, like the skill edge that I had playing live, where it was a lot more like flatting and playing pots and like in position and just edge passing. And like, oh, a good reg opens, I'm at a soft table, I'm just gonna fold this close spot. Don't, it's fine. Don't care. If nobody bets, I win. I win. Still alive. We're pretty. We're not that short. We have 18 bigs. 18 is not actually that much in terms of like how deep these guys are. People should want to gamble for bounties at this point. So I'm just gonna open jam this. And some people are like, well, it's because you don't want to play post flop. I'm like, no, that's not it at all. Actually, I'm fine with that. I just think that we're gonna get value this way. Or, I mean, you run into kings, you run into kings, but like, you know, heart's good. All right, we're dead. Don't worry though, we have another bullet in the bag. Do we never flop sets anymore? Is that something we just don't do? I used to be really good at it. But yeah, playing live was a treat. All right, we're on a break here. We are almost chip leader. 13 left. 7 players get paid. We're 2 of 13. 35 minutes left, though, of late reg, so don't get too excited. I think this hand's just better as a 3-bet. We win a flip. All right, so best hour of the day was the one that just happened. Won some pots, cashed a tournament, won some bounties. What happened here? Why is this familiar to me? Why is this? Oh, we call this 3-bet and we check called flop and we fold the turn. We will fold again. I don't think this card's actually better for his range than mine. That's what people usually lead, like, theoretically correct. Like, that's why. But some people just lead because, you know, they enjoy playing poker and they want to pick an option that's available to them. Appreciate the follow, HC Ricks. I never see the follows, guys, because I'm playing a lot of tables and stuff. But when I do see them, I will try to acknowledge them. Let's see if there's any more follows today. Looks like Service 1966 followed us. Gardner 39. How many Gardners were there? And Steon WD are the follows for today. So now I got them. We are also in the money of the 55 builder with no bounties. That's fine. 2.5x starting and a bounty in the 215. We're doing all right. It was, again, it was a good hour. And I'm going to load a few more things. All right, back in a second. I'm not going to put a break screen on because it's only going to be a minute. Colluding with the streamer, checking back the nuts. He just, I mean, he didn't check it back. He just called the check raise with the nuts. But also, I'm in this $500 Poker Waves free roll, which, I mean, when I clicked it, there's only 11 players. I was like, this is pretty good value. Now it's up to 1,300 players, so less good value. But I mean, it's free money, so I guess I'll click it. A lot of free rolls on 888 Poker. I would argue too many. I'm not a big fan of that many free rolls. I think it's better to have actually like real money tournaments and stuff. But I mean, if you like free rolls and you like free money, then there's, you know, we have them. I hope someone 4-bets. I don't want to put the money in here. I'm gonna be annoyed. One, two, three. We're 7-handed, and in this case we're 6-handed. Fuck. Oh, I mean, we hope you have 3-bet bluffs here. I don't think you do that often, but 10s are too strong. Oh. Oh. Well, there goes our near chip lead. All right. Time to battle. 10s again. We shoved for 20 bigs, and we ran into something. Pocket 10s. 0 for 2. That's what I wanted before. Winner, winner. I make flush. Bet flop, bet turn. Going to be shoving river. All right. A little concerning when he raises off this stack size, but big blind's sitting out, so I actually think he'll have a few more bluffs in the spot. So we are ahead. We are very far ahead. He can run it as many times as he wants. I think all our options are on the table here. I think we're just going to flat. Having position and... yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with actually raising there. I just think in PKOs, you probably want to play more pots in position, having players covered. Rather than be like, oh, look at me. I took this spot down pre-flop. I will bet flop, though. All right, we're not folding. Thinking of a card. That's not it. I think we just fold. Him check raising flop with another player behind as well is fairly strong. Our ace might not be good. All right, ace king in the 320 facing a 3-bet. We're going to be all in. Big spot. Big flip. Yay. Yay. Won a big flip. And queens all in the 55 against aces. That's not good for us. Queen? Not a queen. All right, 46, 48. got there the hard way. And we survive. I'm glad he checked because I did not want to call a bet. All right. You win. Three bet pot with the aces. Like 20%. And he check jams. That should be good for us. We are ahead. He was check jamming for value, but actually was way behind. And now he is way ahead. Well played, sir. Well played. Oh. Disappointing. All right, in 320, raise call ace 9 suited for 11. He has ace 8, the dream spot, and we hold. Okay. Checked back flop 4 ways. Calling a turn bet here and going to be bluffing a fair number of rivers. I don't know if I want to bluff that one. I guess I could bluff a heart river. What was my other rivers going to be? Queen? Queen river, king river, heart river. That's enough. Yeah. Okay. All right there. Okay. Open aces, get 3'd. He flats. Here comes the 4 bet. We want a 4-2. Do it. Put the money in. We will win that one. It's boring. Nothing's gonna happen there for us. Up here though, we have flopped 3 of a kind. Tens are cold for everybody. Tens are worse than jacks. Tens are just good enough to get in, and then you're fucked. Like you're folding tens pre, like let's say 30 big blinds deep. Nah, come on. Do 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 do. Okay. It's a good flop. I didn't necessarily think I needed it, but I will take it. Check raise it now. Does not check raise it. That seems too big. That seems too small. I guess we're afraid of like ace X of spades. Other than that, we should, have the best hand. Do 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 do. All right. Oh, that's bad. We're drawing dead. Okay. I mean, it's a little thin, but I think we're gonna go for it. Big bounty. Flatted small blinds. He has queen jack and jack 10 still. Could hero a 9 at some point. All the draws brick. Does hero a 9. We get all the value. Amazing. And this is uncomfortable, but oh, we didn't get all the value. We didn't get his bounty. He had us covered. That's annoying. I think we're still gonna be betting turn. Value from some more 6x. And we just win. 2-2. Yuck. I think the good thing about this is I don't think we're going to get bluffed very often in this spot. I guess he could check raise some, like, queen jack with a heart combos, but I think normally even those are going to call. So if we get just raised here, I think we just fold. We're annoyed, but, like, I think it's a weird spot to be bluffing, so. Ba, 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 ba. The real question is, do we just check the end? We still get there's still some value, but I think it's too thin. I mean, there is stuff like his paint stuff with a with another heart, king queen with a heart, king jack with a heart, queen jack with a heart. But like I block a lot of that with just the naked king here, so or the two kings. So I think we just fold. Do. Yep. Just has it. Everybody always just has it there. Do. Da 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 da. Oh, how do we lose? We lost a big one to who? Uh, Actually, I think I just find that. Just trying to think what I want to bluff with, and I think that combo's actually pretty good. Unblocking hearts. All right, never mind. He has a heart, doesn't give a shit. Cool, cool. Silly me thinking blockers matter. He doesn't. Just call, 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 call. Hope you're right. Oh, it worked. Okay. We had a big stack here. How do we lose over here? Oh, the ace queen versus aces? Oh, that was it? Okay. That's a pretty easy way to lose, actually. I need 3 hearts. Or 1 queen. 1 queen. How about just paint? GG. All right. Okay, how about here? Oh, we lose that. Okay. All right, a lot of stuff going on, but we do have the nuts here in the 320 on the turn. And that's that. Surprising, but it happens. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I was gonna get this in, but I think when he shoves behind, we just fold. Do, do, do. Wow, it's so annoying. It's the one combo that I beat. Same thing here. Oh, he's actually, no, he's on for 1.5. No, we call then. Oh, sorry, sorry. We call. All right, win a side pot. What the hell? Call behind is odd. I wonder. I mean, I don't know if we're getting both to fold. How loose are you? 37, 42. All right, change my mind. Let's go. I think they're both really loose, so they could actually fold better and call worse, or just fold. All right, we got them to fold with a lot of dead money in the middle. We lose, but we, you know, had a lot of equity. If you're into that sort of thing, if you're a big fan of having a lot of equity. What's up, Try Time? Thank you for the sub, man. 28 months. Where are you at these days, man? Where are you at? You're traveling the world, playing the online poker, winning 8K or 9K in the GG Masters. And we're dead. All right, I got to bluff through. It does happen. See, you just keep bluffing, and eventually you find some loser who folds. You know, not like all those other winners who just hit the call button every single time. Refuse to get bluffed. Chumps, that's what I call them. It's a weird spot. I don't know if I want to be betting this much, actually. It's not a hand I want to just, yeah. Okay. Smaller pot, probably for the best. It's not great, but do 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 do. Interesting river. You know, beat stuff like Ace 10 and King 10. So I don't think we have a fold, but we don't have a raise either. Like, we beat Ace 10, King 10, but, like, he's repping sets, Jack 9 type stuff, and obviously we don't beat that. So I think we just have a sad call. Whew! An actual bluff. Very lucky for us, because if that river is not a queen, we might just lose. You know, we probably just lose. We win. Straight. Raising the kings in the 320. Waiting for the wind to tell you where to go. Good luck, man. Have fun. Enjoy it. It's just a limp by somebody who's like playing every single hand that they've been dealt. And that's not true. It's only 70% hands, pardon me. And then a raise over it, who's a little tight, but still. Still. If I had a choice, I'd rather get called by the first guy than the second. First guy actually might have some weird ass shit. How do I get called by the second one in my head? Is that even a thing? Not ahead, but a lot of equity. Brick. All right. Jacks, cutoff. We are going to be jamming it in. We've already lost a big pot to him before. Let's not do it again. Chip leader, 16 left, 8 get paid. I think late reg is over. It is. We are also in the money of the 44 stack. 91 left, 99 left. 4.5K up top plus bounties. We're in the money of the 55 or 54 bounty as well. See me in the Bahamas? No, man. No. Pass on that. Like, I enjoyed playing live, but the expenses of playing live poker are insane. And if you are really rich or have a really rich backer who doesn't give a shit, or somebody get all your accommodation for free, then by all means. But Bahamas especially, they just it's not even nickel and diming you. It's just straight. It's like, oh, $20 for a bottle of water? Sure, yeah. Jack. All right, that's fine. It's annoying. Just pick a normal fucking size, dude. This hand just gets it anyway for 16. It's like, whatever, man. I would have called off anyway for 16. Oh! That's good. Maybe that's why. I mean, normally I wouldn't. I mean, 3-bet bluffing a 30-year stack is, I would say, normally not great. But if you're going to get me to size shove ace-queen and fold out king-queen, then it's probably good. We are chip leader with 177K. Tournament has 4.8 up top. And we are a big chip leader. You take a look at that. Nearly double second place. What's up, Jack? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I was out the stream game for a good month. In the 109 gems, we open the aces. Half the aces. Ace and a kick. And we get shoved on. And we happily get it in. Flipping. That's a great turn for us. Great turn for us. Pick up a bounty. Of the turns I could see, that is my favorite, actually. King's also good, but the ace is the best. Hey, Moldron. Yeah, don't jinx it, man. At least when you said that, I didn't lose a big pot or get crushed in between the 5 minutes. Like, it's always a dangerous game to be like, oh, wow, that tournament's going so well. You're going to win it for sure. And then you were out of the tournament. All right. Final bullet. So raising is totally reasonable. I think calling's probably better. Again, you're trying to keep the bounty in play, you know? No, bounty folded, so whatever. Boring. Call one. We're going to call one. And then over here, aces. Pocket aces, chat. Facing a shove in the 54. One queen in the deck. One queen in the deck, or we will triple. Triple up. Get a bounty. And that's a good flop for us. What? We chopped it. Somehow we chopped it. What's happening? All right. Linus with the gifted subs, man. 20 gifted subs. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Up to 660 in the channel. Linus the legend. That's what they say. That's what I say. I made it up myself. Came up with that nickname. Thank you for the gift subs, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, casual 20. You're right. I can afford the Bahamas water. Maybe even a small sandwich. Probably not. One of my favorite Bahamas stories is I went to this restaurant with a bunch of my poker friends. We tried to move there. That was our goal, to set up in the Bahamas and live there. I thought it was a bad idea. It ended up being a bad idea. Go me. But one of the nights where I think it was after we decided this was not going to work, we were going to, go out and get dinner first. We got dinner at this local restaurant, and one of the guys in our group didn't want to eat the local cuisine. It was like a conch fritter sandwich or something. He's like, nah, I want grilled cheese. Huh? He's like, can you make a grilled cheese? And they're like, yeah, sure, okay. We're like, dude, just get it's a local thing. He's like, no, I don't want that crazy shit. I just want grilled cheese. All right, cool. It's a good flop for us. Not running queens. Not running queens. So they come back eventually with our food, and his food's not there yet. We're like, okay, no big deal. It's fine. And his food just takes longer and longer and longer. And then she finally comes out and gives him a plate of grilled bread. We were out of cheese. He's like, all right. Should have got the conch fritter. Howdy, Shogun. How are you, buddy? I don't think betting's necessary with Queen Jack. The real question is calling necessary? If I call, I just chop at best. Maybe raising's better. Raising might be better. I think raising's better, actually, if we're bluffing this, because he actually might fold out a king or a chop now. It does feel weird, though, right? Cool. Flatted ace king suited in this spot, which is now uncomfortable. I actually think I'm going to check back flop, but then try to barrel this four ways. Like, barrel as in, yes, there's value, but like, six bigs. That's a lot of bigs, Krusty. Our hand is not folding turn, but I don't know what river I want other than a king? I guess I want a king. A six is maybe okay, because then I beat king, or I beat jack eight. And eight's interesting, because now I beat king six. So what do I lose to? I think that's a better thing. I lose to 8-6, jack 8, king jack. Is that it? Fuck. And you don't think he bets the turn with many naked 8x? Yeah, I think this hand's just a call. Right? Like, I'm trying to think of other combos, like king jack 8-6, king 8, jack 8. Is that it? Pocket 8s, I guess? Pocket 6s, I guess? 8s could shove pre. Okay. What a bad river for us. Really, on like brick rivers, I think I just get a fold, but on that one, I guess I could still fold, but I think that seems bad. You should have 3-bet pre. If you don't 3-bet pre, you don't. Shut up. Like, I posted a hand recently, people were like, oh, the answer is shove pre. No, it's not. In that hand, you could argue it. But, like, the answer there was just don't be shown Jack 8. Be shown 10-9 and you're a hero. I need a 10. That's bad. This guy's just killing it. How do you beat... I mean, it's just too good. All right. Da, 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 da. I think I'll just give up, actually. Do, do, do. What do I even beat? I beat nothing. Pretty much nothing. Oh man, now I might have to bet. Can I make him fold a 10 with a small sizing? A 5? I guess we have to bet now. We just have a hand that's really low in range. Okay. Do, do, do. Oh wow, that's a hand that calls, I guess. Do, 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 do. Now you might wonder, how did we get here? That's a good question. He limp called and then shoved over a bet. Do, 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 do. All right. Two of 10. I think I'd rather just jam, actually. Basically bubble. Even like ace 4 feels really gross here, theoretically. Do, 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 do. I am unfamiliar with his coaching site. I hesitate to endorse things I just haven't done myself. And like, not all amazing players make amazing coaches, but many are, so. Okay. Do, 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 do. That's a bad river for me. because all of the draws brick, and he's still going to have all of them. I don't block any of them. That's surprising, but okay. Hello, Antibala. I still have time for the gym. Yeah, I try to make time for it. I've been not as good about it since I got back from Vegas. But still, like 3 times a week is what it's been, so it's not terrible. But I think it's really important. Like, just for my own sanity, I enjoy it. Obviously, there's the health aspect of it, which is really important as you get older. Less about training for hot dates and more about training just live longer, you know. I'm just gonna peel one. We still have some pretty. I think we have weaker hands here that peel flop. And over here, it's pretty close. It's button versus, or small blind versus button. So I think we get an ace 10, but it's probably our bottom hand that we get in. Okay, it's a big one there. That's annoying. That's a big one with 10K up top and 50 players left, but oh, that's not good. Put the money in, Fisherman. Let me fold. Ah, all right. Too good of a price. Hopefully it's tens or ace king. Oh, just aces? We got there. We got there. How aggressive are you? That seems really close, too. I think we just get this in. It's only 6 bigs for him, so he could be reshoving pretty light. He should be reshoving pretty light. Oh boy, and we both have ace 8. That's real bad. Already hit an 8 when there's 2 already. Oh, I see. Well, we still have a lot of work to do. Okay, so we got lucky. That's you know, twice in a row. But I don't know if you guys know this. It's allowed to happen. We also just lost to pocket aces over here, so it's not like we win every pot. But we did win 2 that were fun to win. And we will be 2 of 9, bubble of the 320. 40 some odd 100 up top. 4,800 up top? 4865. 8th gets 673. And we need every penny. Also have a good stack in the 54. And picked up a bounty there after losing in the 44. So it all evens out, you know? Sort of. Everyone runs the same. Anyway, back in a minute. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? I will say more nice things about you after the break. All right, guys, we're making this call. All we got to do is beat Guess Who, and we'll stay in the tournament. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Heart. Heart. Heart.
Nope.
That's so gross. We had the ace too? Don't tell me you're going to find the 4-bet now. A call. Interesting. All right. All right. Well, we're going to bet again, and we're going to have some shoves on rivers. I don't love it, because now a 10's not folding. But I have to have bluffs here, and I think this is going to be one of them. Like, how good does ace-5 feel now? He might still call it, but whatever. Block king-jack. If you call it all over. GG. All right. I don't think he flats 10s, and I block his jacks. What if I'm gonna bet again?
1 eternity later.
All right, we block king queen as well, so I think we need to bet this. Oh, seems like a premier bluffing hand. Fold. Whew. That's a good river for us. I still think that hands are usually going to bet. Maybe queens or jacks don't, but want to give a chance to bet. Because if we bet, let them bet, they can get it all. Or none.
Nice.
There we go. That looks like all of it. Jamming makes no sense because he'll be able to fold actually a bluff catcher. I want him to actually bluff catch with like king jack when I do this. All right, well, we got it all. We are all in here with the sevens. All right. So Daniel Peterson playing the highest stakes of anybody on Twitch and handling it better than I think people expect. Like, if you adjust someone's level of whining for the level of how much money they might have lost in a swing, like if someone loses $1 and they're like, oh, man, can't believe it. And you're like, okay. And if someone actually like cries for losing 10 million, you're like, yeah, that seems fair. You know, sure. And so the swings Daniel's going through on stream is something that I would never want to do. Something that arguably I could never do. Like, you know, you have 25K worth of buy-ins in a day. No, thank you. And one thing that I think doesn't get talked about enough among guys at an elite level is they play the same game whether they're getting crushed or crushing. And that is a really hard thing to do, obviously. And it's something that he does really well. And there are a lot of like motivational sayings about that, right? But basically that's the kind of the key to doing well in poker. It's not playing really well when things are going well. That's kind of, it's easier. It's playing well when things are going to absolute shit. And, you know, Daniel, like myself, he'll let you know if things are shitty, but you also won't see it in how he actually plays, which, again, is the end goal for pretty much everybody. So thank you very much, Daniel. Doing all right, hanging in there, having a reasonably fun time. You scooped Ivy for 600? It's pretty good. Hello, Clebson. How are you? Hello, Cone. Also, Moldron had asked about going to the gym, and I didn't see that second part about a baby taking priority. That's true. My baby does take priority over lifting weights and stuff, if anybody needed clarification on that. But I think, again, staying healthy is more for her than it is for me at this point. It's like, oh, I want to stay healthy and live longer so I can see her do things and I can help her grow up or whatever you want to say. And thankfully, my wife is very supportive of me trying to stay healthy, and she knows how shitty I eat. So she knows it's very important that I go to the gym if I'm gonna eat a bunch of dessert. Also, Evaluate Poker gave me a shout out 34 minutes ago. Is that when he won the pot against me? Maybe. Appreciate the shout out, man, although you'll never hear it. Unless you, like, unless you're here, which you shouldn't be. You should be grinding. That's interesting. Just a blind versus blind spot where it goes limp check, and then he ends up raising flop on an ace high board, right? Also, if you guys like pocket jacks, I have good news. I have pocket jacks in a handful of tournaments. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. That's it, actually. That's all I have. Ripping on him. On the bubble. Gross spot to be in. And we're going to be jamming here on the bubble for him as well. All right. Boop, 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 boop. %91. 0%. What a turn jam. Boo. It's not great for us. In the money, 8 left in the big shot. And we win that one. Glub, glub. So 8 left in the money. Final table. 4.8K up top. We are second in chips. We could just bet here. I think betting here is a pretty safe thing to do. No one's going to get mad at you for it. But I'm going to actually check back. I guess it's less interesting than a final table. Dun, 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 dun. Get some kettlebells and bang out sets on break. Kettlebells sound pretty dangerous in an office, man. I think when we move into the house we bought, which would be 2028, I'll have enough room to actually like have gym stuff there. For right now, it's already pretty cluttered. Like we just baby stuff has taken precedent, you know? Like, yeah. Daniel says thank you for the very nice words and the thoughts about it. Happy to know I'm doing good. Didn't take the legend part. But it's not about age, it's about time frame, consistency, what you're doing. I appreciate that, man. Like I had posted a picture of myself and Scotty Wynn, and I referred to him as a legend, and myself as, you know, like myself. And Daniel had pushed for me to include myself in that legendary category, which is very kind of him. I mean, even if I'm a legend, it's It's not the same as like Scotty Wynn, you know. But thank you very much. You know, learning to take a compliment one day at a time. So I feel like this is probably never a bluff in this spot. Like, if people bluff, they actually might make it like 30. But maybe at I mean, even at a final table, like, it's so hard to find bluffs here. Like, it's one thing to think of the combos you could have, and then it's another of, like, do you pull the trigger at a final table? But at least we're not in the money yet, so maybe. Nope. What do you know? Not a bluff. We will make this call for 2 bounties. We would really like to beat both, but if I pick one, it would be Cora Gem. Ace, Queen. Need to beat Ace, Queen. Just no ace, no queen, no spade. No spade. Okay. We will beat the ace queen. We will lose to the other one, but that's fine. Win a bounty, win some chips back. It's hard to find bluffs in this spot too. Do 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 do. Ripping the 55, our final bullet. All right. Okay. Check raising is really interesting. I chose just to check call. I think ace queen might be a better check raise. I can actually barrel more cards. If I check raise, and then I just have to what, give up? Like when called, except when it turns a heart. Heart queen, I guess. Like at least with the ace queen, there's more. Yeah, there's more combos. Um. Okay. Very low in range. We block king 10. We block aces kings. We block king queen. Pretend he can play this way. Again, I don't know if it's going to work. He did just call down ace queen versus a guy who I thought was never bluffing, so maybe that's not great for me. But it worked. Got through. I would have guessed he had like sevens or eights if I had to pick a hand. If they made me pick a hand, you know? Like if I was legally required to say, what do you think he has? And they hooked me up to a lie detector test. I would have said sevens or eights. All in the 109. Final bullet. Queen 8. That's no good. It's the Monstars theme? Is that what I'm listening to? Daniel's down 600k, still going like nothing. Playing his A game, which is insane. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think I could do that. But I've never been in that spot. And it doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound fun. That's really the main thing. We're going to be all in here. 37 left after losing the unfortunate... Whatever we had before. It was unfortunate. We were ahead. We lost, right? Something like that. But... Okay, limp fold. Sure. Crash. So you can see in the binds and cashes, today has gone not great. But we do have this final table. And winning it gets me a winning day. Actually, I think second might give me what I needed to, but king 3 can be folding. And all in here, 36 left in the 44 stack. All right. We are ahead. He can't win on a 9 anymore. He can't win on anything. All right. Back over here, got check raised and called. So flipping here in the 150. Great start. Green or red? That's fine. All right. Tens win. Okay. Do bop 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 do. No pay jumps. 215 left. 20k up top. Queens against ace 4 and ace king. They have a combined 2 aces and 3 kings. 5 outs, and there's one of them. Ba 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 ba. Paint? No. GG. 249.35. Okay. Evening, Johnny. Either way you say it is acceptable. Allowed. Okay. Ba, ba, ba. It's good enough. King high versus two players who should actually want to fold a bit. Don't know if they will, but they should want to fold. All right. Ace king in the 77. Up against ace king. Clubs are not great, but we're gonna chop. Yeah, it's just as fine to do this too. Like, it's not like the pay jumps are that big. In fact, this one's very small, right? It goes 670 to 740. It's actually a very small pay jump to the point where ICM should not be a consideration. Like, at least I think you should be playing basically chip EV. But people do like extra money. And I don't blame them. I like extra money. We're going to go for all of it. Got it in pretty good. Phew. Phew. All right. Onagun opens. He ships. Evening money. How are you? Overall, poker's not treating me great today, but we've made a deep run in this 320, our highest bind of the day. And we do well enough in that, then it doesn't really matter on the rest of the stuff, right? Thank you very much for congratulating me on making the FT of the mystery bounty. It would be nice to win it. I think making just a final table isn't enough to be famous or anything, but it is better than not making it. I actually was almost chip leader. I went to that final table 4 of 8, but I was chip leader with 15 or so left, and then we lost aces to pocket eights for a 2.5x chip lead, and we lost some other pot too, some other big pot. So it was nice to make the final table. It was nice to win some money. Could have been better. Could have been worse, you know? Wow, it comes running jacks? Well, that's a surprise. I was going to say that guy's dead, but apparently not. Apparently running jacks will do it for you. Ace jack versus ace jack. That'll be a chop. All in a call. Ace and ace king. What a gross spot for ace king. Jesus. At least, I mean, it wasn't somebody that you covered. I guess that's what we can go with. Ooh, I don't know if I want to bet 3 streets here. Especially when I don't have I have the third nuts here. Fourth nuts? Yeah, just a clear call. Cool, we got a bluff out of it. That's good. And we are all in here 1 from a pay jump, 28 away from like $20,000. So I would like to get both, but it looks like I'm gonna not get the pay jump. Dun, 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 dun. All right, flipping for our tournament life. Jack of something. Ace, Jack, 9. That could be a 9 of clubs, couldn't it? Couldn't it? It could! Sorry, it's over here. That's less dramatic, isn't it? But I announced it so well that you probably knew what I was talking about. Anyway, we got there. Still in the tournament. Oh, it's 10K up top. Because it's the bounty that, yeah, it's 44, not 54. Chip leader. And ace king. Still 8 left. Haven't lost a player yet. Hope now is the time. Hello, Poika. How you doing? Thank you very much. Oh, Bet Rivers has the MSS series, mid multi-state summer stacks. All right. I wouldn't have guessed that. But have fun. I know a few of the Bet Rivers ambassadors. They seem like pretty great guys, actually. Dan Schill and Keith Becker. Those are the two that I know. We are all in the 109 PKO. Actually got to hang out with both Keith and Dan when I was in Vegas for a bit. I saw Keith roaming the halls while I was making my deep WSOP main event run. Talked to him a bit then. And I actually met up with him at a home game. Not a home game. It was a mixed game after I had bagged, I think, day 3 or day 4 of the main. Probably day 3. And I got there and everybody was... They had been having a good time before I got there. Party. Game started at maybe 10 p.m. and I got there at 1 a.m. And it was, whew. It was a time. And then I hung out with Dan after he finished, I want to say 4th or 5th in his WSOP main event, or WSOP side event, bracelet event run, where he pretty much just lost 2 flips at the final table, both for, I mean, he was chip leader, but both for, you know, equity and stuff, and was happy to meet up with him, talk to him, congratulate him / tell him how shitty it was that he ran so bad. Because that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear, like, at least you won money. Think about this. I guess we just rip it then. A lot of stuff's bricks. I changed my mind. All this stuff's, I mean, like, if he has like 5-4 or 5-7 or 4-7 or hearts or clubs. Oh, I blocked Jack X and 8X too. That's fine. I think it was a good idea. Ba, 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 ba. Ace 10, Ace Jack for our first ladder. No. Actually, no, we got one. Sorry. I missed it. When did that happen? We did get a ladder. My bad, everyone. Down to 7 players. Basically, 2 big stacks, 1 comfortable stack, and a bunch of shorties. We are also... Well, I don't need to show it. Alright, I need to show it now. We are all in the 109 gems, 8 or 10 of the money. Not looking great. We also have Ace King suited. Ace King suited. Alright. He jams it in. Let's hope it's Ace King and the other guy folds. It is not Ace King, but we are ahead. We are still ahead, chat. We are still ahead. Triple up. All in a call. Jack 9, Ace 10. Would have been a rough way for me to lose that one, but thankfully he took the jam for me. How many tables do I have left, D. Becker? I want to say 11. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, I mean, these guys should fold a lot, so that's a pretty good spot. Sometimes you make this jam here and you're like, I kind of wish I had worse. You know, I wish I had like 9-4 suited. Again, not a huge pay jump here. Like, normally with final table pay jumps, the jumps are big enough to get people to fold, and maybe this is still big enough, but it's like $80. That's not true. 749 to 880. 140. So it's not even half a buy-in. You joined the WPT Global Nordic team? That sounds legit. I didn't know they had a Nordic team. Congrats on the 6th river for me. No, okay, fine. No, congrats, man. $26 left. Going to be trapping the aces. He just doesn't even. Okay, all right. Check's fine. I don't know how we get value at this point. It's probably one street hand. And we just hope that he heroes it. Nope, okay. We lose a player. Fisherman loses yet another, well, I would say flip, but he got coolered once, then loses a flip, and, you know, that's it. The final table's that's all it really takes sometimes. I can tell you all about that. Down to 6. Pay jump's now starting to get a little bit more interesting. He's going to see a flop. What happens with 10x? What does 10x do? Does 10x check call? Does 9x check call? Like, at least this gives him a chance to bluff it. Or at least, you know, maybe he has like 7-5 and he turns a 7. I don't know. Alright, whatever. Interesting decision just to defend. I don't know if he's going to check fold flop. But maybe he would. When he bricks. We love a walk. Yeah, pay jump's getting spicier. All right. I think it's just my bottom call. Good luck, us for the 8s. Bottom call ends up being a double. 13 of 23 in the 40 stack. All right. It's a bad turn. GG. So all in the 108. He actually picks up equity. Chops with a jack, chops, wins on a 6. Wins on a 6. GG. Ugh. Oh. Right. Blue plastic cup special occasion? No, I just didn't put my beverage in an actual adult cup. How do we think Galfon are ambassadors? I mean, I imagine one of them's gonna. I imagine Galfon will play. Still, though, my favorite two ambassadors are still Keith Becker and Dan Schill. So eat it, Phils. I guess we just lead. Don't shove. Yeah, now we can actually check jam this and actually maybe better hands fold. We. Turns out that was a value jam, chat. You thought I was bluffing? No, I was bluffing you. That's a merge value jam with the queen high. And we are down to 5. 1100 locked up. Okay. All right.